Hello there and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I have a double feature in the KV-220 for you, and it is good to be back. It is good to sit in my chair again, in front of the microphone, in front of my recording devices, etc. and just bring out a video for you. I've missed this because I was not just away from YouTube for like over a week, but also from War Thunder entirely. From the internet, and that was the reason coming up right now.
Nimmt auf. Geht das voll ab? Kannst du mir einen Check hier reinhauen? Wir haben so lustige Sachen dabei. Ich bezahle jetzt für die ganze Woche. 404.
Da rennt jetzt Chemiestudium.
Dafür hast du Chemie studiert, damit du mit Trockeneis rumspielen kannst, du Vogel. Richtig ab.
Jetzt muss man das noch richtig dekorieren.
Das ist auch so eine Deko. Du musst noch O-Saft nachschütten, ne? Hier, das eine, da fehlt noch ein bisschen was.
Ja, Geduld, gemacht.
Wo kommen die aus Bayern? Er ist der einzige Bayer von uns dreien. Wir raten Rosenheim. Die Rosenheim Kopf, ja.
So that's the kind of footage that you can expect in my hopefully upcoming Wacken video. Let me know in the comment section if you're looking forward to this, but it will take a while since I have to go through several hours of video captured footage. And well, in good tradition, just before we come to the KV-220 gameplay,
Es ist serviert.
Ja, fein.
and just like those cocktails, the KV-220 is best served cold. With a battle rating of 5.7, you can very often enjoy the benefit of the thick armor when you angle it correctly. You one-shot enemy tanks left, right and center. And while a lot of the naming is a little bit different on the KV-220, like it is an 85mm F30 cannon with 2 machine guns, you just basically have the same stats as the T-34-85 T5T most of the time, and your BR-365A is the infamous APHE BC round that one-shots most of the time if you hit the crew compartment, and it also has very good slope modifier. The penetration values might not be the highest with 135mm, that is more or less what you get on the Panzer IV F2, but again, APHE BC rounds, 85mm of caliber, the TNT filler, and just some Russian magic, and you just have very good chance to deal with most opponents. Obviously, versus the 6.7 tanks, such as the Jagdtiger and Tiger II in particular, you have one hell of a problem. But all the other tanks mostly have 1 or 2 weak spots where you can just insert this one-shot wonder shell. So, and now I'm in the objective. This is one hell of a position, and while it is really awesome to cover here the front and capture, first of all, decap and then capture A, I still can be surrounded from the rear, but I have to rely a little bit on my team. And if my team knows what they are doing, then my rear should be shielded. But there are some super Hellcats killing IS-1s, etc. And I just can kill here T-25s easily with side shots. Yes, this shot would have been possible with so many tanks, but you just wait for the Bounce Festival and the survivability that this tank offers. So, we're about to capture the point. Come on. Oh, all those sweet RP and silver lines. I'm really looking forward to them. There is a muzzle blast, smoke being kicked off, and that's a Hellcat, isn't it? No, it's an M41, sorry. And then at the same time I receive a shot to the side of the turret, knocking out the gunner and also the gun breech. I have to rock forwards to just angle, and you can see how many shots this tank can bounce. I try to get into a more or less safe position, but there you can see, if not for the building, I'd be shot from multiple angles, and I have to angle the hull and the gun breech. This tank needs to die, and he actually got set on fire and deleted, which now allows me to angle and just repair, get a crew member back. I'm down to only 2 crew members. I've now received several penetrating shots and I'm still alive. This tank's armor is really powerful. It's also the armor layout with the caskets, the internal casket surrounding the gun breech being a second 100mm plate, and that just is very powerful. And now I'm again down to 2 crew members, and it's obviously my gunner that's being down. But the gun breech is operational, and now let's clean up the enemy tanks one by one after we reload. And now with only 2 crew members, that's one hell of a reload time. But it could be worse, since the rest of the tank is still intact. And, well, what is that? T25? It's that. And that's with 35mm of penetration. And now look at the kill feed. Oh, the enemy team is really wrecking my team hard here, especially one Bearcat got a triple kill. And soon enough, the southern and northern support of my flank collapses, and that's not good. So here we go, P-47 coming in, killing the guy to my south, and then an M18 together with an M4A3E2. 76mm version is just wrecking up the northern flank, so I'm outflanked and I'm the foremost tank of my team. I used here the house to grant me the reload on the gun, since I'm down to only 2 crew members after I have used already the crew replenishment. And that's so painful for heavy tanks. Heavy tanks have really nothing going for them in terms of gimmick that no other tank has. I mean, yes, you could argue that armor is a valuable thing, but if you look at the firepower in contrast to the armor for most heavy tanks, it is not really all that much. And APHE is very strong. So I would love to see heavy tanks get a gimmick by themselves, so that have not just 1 charge, but 2, maybe even 3 charges of the crew replenishment consumable, if you will, and that would help immensely in certain situations. It will not help any tank in every situation, but it would be worth a bit much more, so that tanking, being at the front line and just taking the hits and you know, just supporting your team gets more rewarded. So yeah, here with the KV-220 it's a prime example, but this is what I would love to see. Now there is a Hellcat, and I carefully pick the target, and we insert a 95mm shell into the gun breech. The fragmentation would have been enough, but it also caused a hull break, and that's always nice. Well, at least it was the case with that patch of 1.83. Now I tried to support here the Tiger, but I cannot really go around quickly this side to help him dealing with that heavy tank, but I think that he has won, in fact, the duel versus the Japanese premium heavy tank number 6 version of the Tiger. And I think to myself, well, now open up another flank. An unexpected push could be right, but then M18 happens and he kills the Tiger. I carefully look around the corner, trying to figure out where he is, and by that I leave this powerful position, but I thought at this point in time it would be a good idea. But again, now the enemy tanks are behind our lines, and I'm the only one behind their lines, so it's no surprise, and you cannot really be mad at this guy in the Super Pershing. I just saw his gun flash, or the dust being kicked off, and that's an easy side shot, and that's the 9th kill. Now I try to get back into A, since the enemy has decaptured it, and then I see another enemy tank, and it is in fact an M24. Come on, reload in time, 10th kill, double ace, but seconds after that I finally succumbed to an M36 Slugger. I tried everything, but that match in fact was sadly lost, despite the respawn, etc, etc. And now we are on Kursk, whatever you want to call it. And again, we enjoy here a nice battle rating. And I think to myself, well, I'm strong Soviet tank, rush B, comrade, and we go again for B. That's kind of a theme lately with my videos, I'd say, but yeah, let's see what we can achieve in this tank, on this map, and how we fight it out with the enemy team. as good as this tank's armor is, as fast as it is for a heavy tank, I think C and B are a bit too much in the open, and also I'm such a good heavy tank. I think that the most effect that I can deploy on the map is at B, where I can support my team at best. C and A would take me out of the fight for quite some time, even though that nobody would contest me, but C and B are very good capture points to be taken for light tanks, for very fast mediums, because you can roll down the hill, take up quite some momentum, and then you have the horsepower to get back onto the ridge lines, but not so much with this tank. And again, the armor is a valuable asset on this tank at this battle rating. Very often I have to say I don't face 6.7 tanks, so I don't really have to suffer through the up tiers all that much. Yes, it can happen from time to time, and it's annoying, especially versus the Germans right now with the Tiger 2s and Jagdtiger at 6.7. This is where power creep has led us. Thank you guys very much. You have fucked it up. But hey, I'm not here to complain. It's just my personal opinion, my personal observation. So the enemy is now also contesting B, which is good because now I know that there is something to fight. Observe here the ridgeline. Can we make here this kill shot? Ah, that was too low, sadly. But the lead was really great. Bit higher, come on. Only a tracking shot. Okay. So can I afford to stay here in the open? Yes, I'm angled, but I need to deal here with this jumbo. And at this distance versus a jumbo front plate, I'm not quite sure. Nah, it's too much time that would be required. I mean, I can absorb his return fire. Meanwhile, let's deal here with this M24. There's another tank. That's the Hellcat. It's more dangerous. We killed the commander and we one-shot him. Another beautiful hull break by the shell going through the entirety of the tank. And then he doesn't bail out. And we kill the M24 by reversing. And now we capture the point. In fact, the enemy team has concentrated on A and C. I get set on fire, but it's just a minor annoyance here for this tank. And can we deal here with the enemy? Yes. We absorb another shot. Now we extinguish the fire. We already have absorbed a substantial amount of damage, but I'm not done yet. So the enemy team is again contesting B, so my capture progress got interrupted. Where is the enemy? There it is. Straight through the front plate. And again, we are capturing B. Can we finally capture it completely? Yes, we can. Good stuff right there. And now you can see one of my bad habits. I'm just an aggressive player. I just want to bring the fight to the enemy. And hello there, that's number one. But I saw a second tank. Where is it? He's not aware of me. I should have actually killed the rear one first, since it has the more dangerous gun. But can you imagine this guy? Uh-oh. And I'm just angling while the reload. Come on. And he's so confused that I can one-shot him. And this is just one of those scenes. This is one of those battles that you remember. You know, one of those stories, one of those pushes that you annoy your friends with. Oh, do you remember this battle? Yes, I do. Do you remember my push, my awesome shooting and what the enemy... Yes, I know. Ah, do you remember it was so great? Yeah, just... Oh. It's one of those battles where, yeah, the enemy team was a little bit unaware of my presence, which is not all that healthy for them most of the time. And, you know, I was flanking them through the middle. They didn't expect it. And this is one of the few times where this aggressive playstyle, where this pushing pays off. And it was just hilarious. I love it. Could have done this with any other tank? Well... not really, since, you know, the second tank I should have killed first. And that's not enough lead, boy. That's not enough lead. And I was unlucky to not track him or to set the engine on fire. Try another shot. A very small target. Bad aim. Bad napalm. So now I try to reposition myself a little bit to have a bit more of flanking shots. Let's see if this pays off. So I got shot here from the direction of the enemy spawn. There is another fast mover. Again, not enough lead. Oh, bad napalm. Bad napalm. Can we? Nope. Nope. That was not high enough. So there is now an enemy tank, and that is a bad enemy tank. That is the Jumbo with the 76mm gun. That's one hell of an enemy target and dangerous. But you know, Soviet Russian Magic APHE BC shell. 35mm of penetration. Remember, roughly as same as the Panzer IV F2, but it's APHE BC. It's magic, and so it kills Jumbos alike. Not always, but sometimes. And that was a good shot into the M6A1. Now I have a problem at the flank. My gun breech is again taken out, and I take a severe battering here. But the hull is angled perfectly. Let's angle the turret as well. And the shots are coming in from literally left and right. Oh, this is just where armor is just so awesome. 14 seconds left on the repair. I still have 4 crew members. I should reverse back into the capture zone for better repairing, or faster repairing. Remember, being in the capture zone halves your repair time on any given module. And you know, now I'm down to 3 crew members. 46 seconds to repair. Oh, this is painful. I wiggled the turret a little bit from the left to the right. My gun breech is now repaired, but 40 seconds for the gun barrel and also for the tracks. That's painful. Half a minute by now. And now my firepower is restored. So the question, who wants to be the next customer of the day? And then we have one. No, that's the M6 being destroyed. He was preoccupied shooting at me. I saw the shell coming in, and we hit the enemy tank, but we just hit the gun mantlet at a very suspicious angle, and so it was a non-kill, sadly. Still, crew members, after this intense battering, after this severe punishment that I took from literally left and the right, this is KV-220 magic. This is why I wanted to show you those 2 matches. 1 capture zone, 1 kill assist, 8 kills so far, and now I want to get some more rewards, so we push now the enemy team, because my team has secured the other 2 capture zones. My team has fought very well. Enemies are in the air. Look at the impact shells, or look at the impacts from all the shells. This tank is a true heavy tank, an ice-cold Soviet killing machine, which I absolutely love. Again, it is not worth the money on the marketplace, but once you get it for $30, $40, if it would ever be available again, which I highly doubt, then yes, you can think about it, because it delivers such matches once in a while, more reliable so than other tanks. Oh, that was again a beautiful shot here on the Sherman. And there is now one last enemy puppy, fresh from respawn. I don't care, I'm now in the killing mood. And that's the 10th kill. Now at this point I could just simply stop the video and go straight to the post-battle results, which would be easier. But now, one final word about spawn camping. You can see that I am spawn camping, but I'm still near the objective. And I'm only spawn camping on the open because this map, first of all, allows it. Bad map design, Gaijin. Bad map design. The next thing is that there is nothing left to do. Okay? The rest of my team is also pushing towards the spawn zones of the enemy. So if I would not participate, I'd be the honorable stupid fool that would throw away kills, credits, civil lines, and RP, etc. After I have done all the work, after I secured the point, after I tanked the shots, after I killed all the enemies, after, you know, securing B in a Soviet heavy tank, now I want the match to end. I don't want to give the enemy team any sort of chance to coming back. And again, we have A, B, and C. We have won the fight already. There are just a couple of enemy tanks left. What would you do? sit back in the objective, give the enemy team a chance to come back, allow enemy aircraft to easily focus on you because you're in the objective? Hell no, not with me, not in that tank, not today. And this is spawn camping, not early game, where everybody despises it, except a few idiots that are doing it. You know, not caring about the gameplay, not caring about the objective, just going for the few easy kills. No, this is me just cleaning up. And I don't feel sorry for this. This is not advertising it, this is not promoting it, this is just end game cleanup. There is just one enemy tank left. And I don't want to be the honorable stupid fool. I have done this in the past. Nobody has thanked me for it. I've not gotten any sort of more civilians and RP for it. You know, just sitting in the back, letting my team do the cleanup for me. No, this is me cleaning up. 11 kills, 2 kill assists, and 1 capture zone. And in fact, that is the end of the match. And would you believe it, it took the enemy team another 3 minutes to finally lose that last tank that just hit somewhere. And finally, we can look at the rewards. 126,000 civilians, 10,000 modification research points. Would have been more if I would have researched a tank there. Another camouflage unlocked, the survivor award, a whole lot of other awards coming in. And this is just why I love this tank. And the first in team with nearly 5,000 score points. Wow, what a game. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. And let me know in the comment section if you want to see a little bit of a Wacken video where I mix some more cocktails, where I do some other fancy stuff. And as usual, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please give this video a like, but subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see each other on the battlefields, in the skies, and on the waves of War Thunder.